This is a new program that's going to be really kicked off for MUFON.
The boot camp, it's an advanced course for MUFON STAR team or field investigators, but will become STAR team investigators. MUFON STAR team, we're made up of MUFON's best investigators. We're the most experienced. We have the investigating equipment and tools that we need to do an investigation. We're able to leave at a moment's notice and go on an investigation.
They're going to be learning everything from taking a report, writing a report, to a way to be able to collect physical evidence out in the field.
We're learning about radiation, basically all the things that are going to help us as field investigators.
Magnetic sweeps, how to contain and to control their trace evidence in case they come, encounter with it.
Basics of image processing and how to handle the sky, the night sky, because we look for things that are different from the ordinary night sky. So in order to know what you're looking at, you have to know what the actual night sky looks like. I showed them a tool they could use, it's free, that you can download, and I gave them the basics for how to handle some basic image processing, which went very well. And we're going to take them out to the desert, and we're going to show them how to use the tools more in depth, but under an actual sky.
The more evidence, the more scientific data collected, leaves us with knowledge that may help us in the future.
SETI's been around for the last 40 or 50 years. And what's great about SETI is that they record all of their signals that's coming in from deep space. Well, if you don't record those findings, all your evidence is lost. In the same way here, you've got physical evidence that's been left behind by a particular type of object that has set down. And then there's right ways of collecting, and there's wrong ways of collecting. And if you collect it wrong, the evidence is gone, and you can never get it back.
There's so much out there, and it helps us so much more in our investigations if we have modern day tools and new knowledge, the latest knowledge and the latest equipment to help with our investigations.
This is the coming of a new age for MUFON, and I'm looking, some real positive outcome for this type of training.
Spent 21 years in the military, electronic missile systems. Then I spent 20 years working for Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. I was an electrical engineering supervisor and a senior engineering associate at the laboratory. Worked in everything from all kinds of classified projects, to Brilliant Pebbles, to stuff for the black programs. Was responsible for all the nuclear weapons test sets that are currently built, the new ones. I was also working on the safety and design of all the weapons in the stockpile. My last project was the National Ignition Facility, called NIF, where they're trying to create real fusion. I actually think that UFOs have probably been here since forever, literally. I think they've been dropping in and out for quite a few years. I'm talking going back a couple thousand years, they've probably been visiting and looking at us as we progress as civilization. And it'd be interesting to find out what their thoughts are of mankind as we are right now, and what they foresee for our future.
Actually got the first camera's going to be ready in about 2.5 to 3 months, and that system is going to be fully tested here in Arizona, where it's sunny all the time. The system is going to afford us the opportunity to have remote eyes on the world, and it's going to be something that, if we bring the cost down, that everybody in that room, and you too, could buy one for yourself. We have a number of programs we're working on right now, and we're trying to work out the legalities of how people can get these things and still give us access to them on their private property. That's always an issue. But they will, in fact, have the ability to comb the skies and be alerted if something crazy happens. The way the system is meant to work is we want to have 3 in a triangle. And this triangle has 1 at each point of each vertex. They all talk to each other. The distance between the legs is anywhere from 100 feet to a mile. And they will triangulate. If they see the same sighting, they will triangulate and allow us to determine whether it's a satellite or something else. And if it is, then we'll be able to detect and analyze and get its altitude, its speed, distance, all that from the triangulated sighting. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for changes in something we can measure in our dimensional space, in our universe, which, by the way, is just the X direction, the Y direction, the Z direction, all moving through time. Those are our 4 dimensions we live in. And knowing only those 4 dimensions, in which there's a lot more, if you look at string theory and some of the other astronomical and astrophysical constructs, there are more dimensions, but even with those 4, we've managed to put rovers on the moon, people on the moon, missions to Mars. We have several spacecraft that have left the solar system already, only learning that tiny little bit about our universe without moving outside of that regular dimensional space. And that still corresponds to only 4% of an understanding of the universe. So there's a 96% still out there, and a race that's developed before us will have come up with ways to, learn that and utilize technology that lives there where we don't. And we're looking for what I call the skid marks. What happens when you leave a telltale trace behind in our 4 dimensions of your travel from those dimensions, because it does happen.